All right, folks, Frank Zorrilla here, Zor Capital, Sunday, November 17th, 2019, 5:09 in the afternoon. We just finished doing a video in regards to the top momentum plays, okay? And now we're going to look at the top, kind of like, momentum plays also, but just we're gonna change the universe to not all stocks, but only high cap, the Russell 1000 names. And the reason why, when you're looking at the top momentum names, without any filters whatsoever, most of the names you're going to come across are names that don't trade much volume. Like, for example, here, CLW doesn't trade much volume, doesn't have much liquidity, and some people with larger accounts need more liquidity than 147,000 shares. Okay, so we're going to go through some Russell 1000 names that for some reason or another recently over the last 25 to 40 days had a big up day on increased volume, and what we're going to look for is some type of consolidation, contraction, so that way we can jump on board the next move higher. Okay, that is what swing trading is all about. So UI, nothing here, but you can see here a big up day. More than likely this was earnings. It needs some sideways action. Tesla, here's a perfect example exactly what we're talking about. Tesla, stock trading near a 52-week low, done nothing at all, which is irrelevant, by the way. Stocks go up and down from lows, from highs, from the middle, from everywhere. It goes up in earnings, 29 million shares. That is huge. The next day, 29 million shares, huge again. Okay, here, if you're a day trader, you can trade these 2 days. As a swing trader, for me, I don't chase stocks higher. I wait for the consolidation. This was a big winner for us last week, and you can see here how it starts to go down, pull back. This is the anchor VWAP. You see how it respects that VWAP, which is a decent indicator that you should start using, just so you can see things like this. Okay, I got involved right over here. All right, it was down 3 days in a row through the high. That's my thing. I only get involved in stocks once they get above the previous day high. It did that. It didn't take off immediately, but here I got involved here also, and then the stock just took off. So this is what you're looking for. You're looking for a stock that has fresh momentum, and then you get the sideways action. At the very end of that sideways action consolidation, what you tend to see is you tend to see the candles, they start to tighten up. Here we have an inside day on the $300 stock, a very well-known $300 stock is not something you see often. Okay, and what happens? Look at the volume at the bottom right over here. All right, that's how you know this stock is ready to move higher. When you see that type of contraction, not only in the price action but also the volume, and then it just took off. Okay, and when it comes to swing trading, stocks, they move in small bursts that may last 3, 4, 5, 6 days, sometimes even more, but it's normally 3 to 5 days like we saw here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what you get is a momentum kind of like stops, and you get that sideways action. As a swing trader, we're in the moving business, okay? What you want to do is you want to take advantage of this initial move high. You want to get involved immediately. You don't want to wait until the stock is up 4 or 5 days in a row and everyone on Twitter is talking about it. You want to get involved in this first move, and then you want to sell the stock on the way up and sell most of it as the momentum starts to stall out. Okay, and then as a swing trader, you want to take this money and get involved with something else that's just getting started, and all you want to do is take advantage of this possible potential 3 to 5 day move over and over and over again. So that way you don't have to sit through consolidation, you don't have to sit through pullbacks. You get the move higher, you step off, and then you wait for it again. QRVO. See, all these names gapped higher based pretty much on earnings. What you want to do is you want to wait for some type of consolidation. Here's another example, ALGN, that we flagged last week. Big day, big volume. You can see here, inside day. Look at the contraction in volume. We got involved right over here, 216.91. I still own the stock. My stock went from 255.65 to this low right over here, 259.20. The target is always up. We have no idea what we're going to get within that momentum burst. A lot of it depends on what the market is doing. On a high price stock, you might get 5 to 40 bucks or even higher. It all depends how the market is trading. Not all the markets are the same for swings. This doesn't look so bad, but very similar to ALGN. Here's another example, Biogen, that we flagged also, I think 2 weeks ago, right over here. Down multiple days in a row. I bought it through the high. Sold some at 284, but the rest I got stopped out at break even. But here's what we're looking for. We're looking for a stock that had a big move on roughly 21 million shares, which is huge for this stock. It moved higher. You forget about all this. You wait for the consolidation, that decent risk-reward ratio or trade setup, and that's when you want to get involved. Let's see if we can find something for tomorrow, okay? LRCX, another stock that we flagged also last week, up on huge volume, 5 million shares. Pretty much based on earnings. This over here, this is not for me. I don't believe in breakaway gaps. Again, I'm a believer that the stock and the stock market goes up and down, not up or down. I much rather own this stock, let's say for example, hypothetically at 280 after 6 days or 10 days of sideways action, then buy it at 280 after it's up 3 days from just recently going up 50 bucks, even though it's the same price. It's just a much better risk reward trade. So here we flagged this stock last week in last Sunday's video, and we got involved right over here. Okay, the thing was down 7 days in a row, and then here we did not get involved here. This was a gap higher pretty much right at the open, and it faded. But here's the anchor VWAP, respected that VWAP all along here. It got above the VWAP. We got involved in this high at roughly 273.21 on 11/14. I had a gap higher the next day, and I took it off the table. I don't know, up $8 or $9 a share. But that's exactly what we're looking for. That type of action. You don't want to chase. You don't want to buy stocks that are up 4 or 5 days in a row, because the market itself, the stocks, for the most part, that's the way they trade. They go up for 4 or 5 days in a row, then they start to move sideways. So you don't want to chase that. As a swing trader, you want your money not to be sitting idle through consolidation or pullbacks. You want to get involved in the first day of a swing and then ride it for the next 3 to 5 days. So here, PII up big on heavy volume relative to to what the stock trades, and then sideways for a while. This thing prints an inside day right over here. Look at the volume. That's big contraction. So PII high is 102.48. So for me, the buy stop is 102.58. The stop loss is going to be the initial stop loss is going to be right over here. Call it $100.70, just to give us some room. The VWAP is right there. So PII, if and only if it goes through the high. Here's another one that we flagged 2 weeks ago, I believe. Up big on earnings. Okay, you don't want to chase this. You wait for that sideways to down action. We got involved right over here. Long, 142.58, down 6 days in a row, up today through the high. And this is what typically happens. You get that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Guess what? Momentum starts to stall out. And then you get this sideways action. And this stock looks good. You get the sideways action, which you don't want to sit through. Okay? Because the sideways can resolve itself higher or lower. We don't know yet. But this one right over here, I like to start going through 154.59. All right, with a stop right over here, initial stop of 152.20. That is KSU. Again, if it doesn't hit the buy stop tomorrow, then it's off the list, and then we'll review the stock again on Tuesday. Spot looks okay. You know, Garmin's another situation. Also, we flagged whatever a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Again, same exact story. Okay, up big based on earnings. Don't want to chase sideways to down action. Down 3 days in a row. We print an inside day. We got involved here through this high. Goes up for 1, 2, 3. Momentum ends. Sideways action. And they don't all work out. But the point is that what you want to do is you want to find the commonalities that most of these stocks have and the way they trade. And you're just, putting the probabilities in your favor. You're still going to be a 50-50 trader. Here's another one, okay? Another example that we flagged this one last week as well. Got involved right over here. See, here's the inside day on 11/11. And look at the volume. Volume contracts as well, up big, based on earnings, sideways action. Look how it respects this anchor VWAP. It prints an inside day. That's a telltale sign. Got involved right over here, I believe. What is this here? 233, and sold the stock on this very same day. 206, 205, 206, 207. Goes down, inside day. Got involved again right over here, going through this inside day high at 201.71. My initial stop is right over here at 196.67. That's going to go up a little bit more right underneath that VWAP. There's another one, IPGP. I'm almost certain that I went long this stock. I've yet to put the notes here, but I'm almost certain that I went long the stock. Up big, sideways, then it starts to pull back. In the short term, my belief is in the short term, what works best is momentum and mean reversion. This is mean reversion when you have a pattern of lower highs and lower lows, and then you get a change of that pattern. Okay, so here I got involved here through this high at 140.43. My initial stop is 138.71. Now my stop based on Friday's close is going to be 139.55, and as it starts to move higher, then I'm going to raise my stop to that previous day low every single day. Is another perfect example. Google, down 3 days in a row, got involved right over here, down 3 days in a row through the high, and what you have is you have a small move higher. Call it from, I got involved in 1268, it goes to almost 1300. You get a nice pullback, and then you get the same pattern right over here. And again, you don't want to, for me, I need to wait until these things go through the previous day high. And the reason why is because down 3 days in a row can turn into 4, and then it can turn into 5, it can turn into 6, 7, 8. We don't know. So you don't want to anticipate when it's going to stop. That's just for me anyways. I want to see a break of that pattern once it breaks the previous day high. All right, so far we have 2 names specifically for tomorrow. If and only if they're able to break to the previous day low. Facebook, same thing. Lower highs, lower low. Finally through that high. Nice move. Nice one up day move. Another story. Here's another one. Zen, up big, nice volume, based on earnings. You don't want to chase this. Here's the 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. 11.7. Where's 11.7? I got involved right over here through the high. I believe that this stopped me out, and I got involved again here at 71.51 on 11.11 right over here. Took it for a nice little ride. You know, this stock you might want to track, okay? You might want to track. I'm not crazy about this stock. It's just a very erratic moving stock. But, you know, look, it's here by the 52-week lows. All you got to do is go to Finvis and see that I believe a director or the CEO has been loading up on this stock. And this stock looks okay. I mean, it really, let me flag it. Well, it looks okay. If I were to take this stock through this high right over here, 246.73 with a stop at this low here, call it 239.90. This is an okay setup. The software names coming back around. They all got similar patterns near 52-week lows. Most of them printed, you know, here like an inside day. It all started with CRWD. Then it was followed by Zen. Then it was followed a little bit by Coop, I think. ZM looks okay. Now here's the CRWD. Here's that inside day on CRWD. Through the high, doesn't look back. And again, you know, people tell you these stories, you read these textbooks that stay away from 52-week lows. This is a huge move right over here, okay, of 28% from a stock trading near a 52-week low. Stocks go up from highs, middle, and low. Stocks can catch momentum from anywhere, okay? This is what you're looking for, is this momentum burst here, and then you want to jump off the train. That is it. And this happens, you go through charts, you go through stocks, it happens from anywhere. Would you feel more comfortable because you read all these books, and would you feel more comfortable if they were trading near highs? Yes. But this is not about, you know, feeling comfortable. This is, you know, about making money. And you need to realize that you can't just discriminate a stock just because it's trading near a low. All right, that's it. So we got 3 names, PII. Okay, we have KSU and we have ULTA. That is all, folks. So trade them well and be well.